はい、始めました。あ、やば。すごく、準備してないけど、ちょっと待ってね。本当に BGM 忘れました。やばい。すみませんね。どこでしょう、こっち。よし。ごめん。ツイートもできてないや。今ツイートします。なんでしてないのかわかんないけど。まあ、ちょっと、準備してないが、それでも大丈夫でしょう。普通の雑談だし、いいかなと思います。はい。こっち。こっち。こっち。はい。よし。はい。ツイートしました。ツイートしました。皆さん聞こえておりますでしょうか？トラブルが発生するので始めたいと思います。皆さんこんきびです。花持ちきびです。今日はまあ見ての通りその季節がやってきました。新しいアニメのシーズンが始まりましたのでまあ前のシーズンをちょっとレビューして、そして次のシーズンをちょっとお楽しみにしてまあそういう企画なんでよろしくお願いします。もう3回いやこれが3回もう初めてのは春、そして前の、そして前回は夏、これが秋の季節なんでそしてまあまあそういうこと。あ、BGM ごめんというわけでまあそういうことなんで始めたいと思います。I'll just start now because I don't need to waste time. So this is the third not you call anime season review that I'm doing. I started with spring and summer and now it's into fall. You can kind of see it at the bottom there. But yeah. We're going to be taking a look at last season, summer 2024, and into next season, fall 2024. As usual, this is just kind of me documenting my anime just kind of to myself, to be honest. And if other people are interested in like anime talk, because I know some people are, and I know that that's kind of my I would expect that to be somewhat of my audience. Hopefully you guys if you're trying to figure out to watch, you can kind of see what I'm watching. Or you can just ask me during a stream, it's fine too. But as it is now, this is the best way to find out what I'm watching, what I watched, and how I feel about more recent anime. So on that note, I feel like I missed something. But that's okay, whatever. If I remember, I'll talk about it again. But I'm just gonna jump right into it. There's a lot to unpack. There's a lot that I said I would watch and then didn't, so don't be too surprised by that. I'll explain. I'll explain which ones I did and which ones I didn't. So, we'll get right into it. And we're just gonna go down in whatever this order is. This is sorted by rating, I think. I think it's sorted by popularity, number of members. So we're just gonna go down the list all the way. There's a lot of them, and then through fall. Okay, I'm done stalling, so let's just get right into it. This is the anime that everyone's gonna be waiting for, or everyone was waiting for, I guess, the sequel. This one's Oshinoko. I love Oshinoko. It's actually not done yet because I thought it was gonna finish today, but it's actually finished Saturday. But even without watching the rest of it, I kind of know, you know, it's Oshinoko, it's a known quantity. I've read the manga up to where it is in the anime, basically. Plus, we already saw 12 out of 13 episodes, so we know what we're getting from Oshinoko. It's really good. My favorite character is Akane, and she gets proper ship time, so yeah. Ultimately, when it comes to sequels, I generally rate seasons 1 and 2 together. But yeah. I was gonna wear my Oshinoko shirt today, but I was already wearing my free run shirt. I was already wearing a free run shirt, so yeah. I decided not to change just for that. But yeah, Oshinoko is really good. Start with season 1. A lot to unpack, but I'm sure you'll find dedicated reviews somewhere. So anyway, the annoying thing is it's on High Dive. I have Crunchyroll, so which means that to watch Oshinoko or any High Dive stuff, I need to like pirate. And I don't mind. I don't have a moral obligation with pirating. It's just annoying. Like it literally takes effort to pirate because you have to go to the sites with the bad ads and all that other stuff. But yeah, so Oshinoko, it's good. We all know what it is. It's Oshinoko. It's good. Then this is really... I probably didn't talk about it that much, but kind of explain what I make of Aliyah-san. This is Aliyah-san mutters in Russian. Why is this anime important to me? Let me just take you through it. This anime is important to me for a very specific reason. It's this right here. The main character, Arisa Kujo, is voiced by Usaka Sumine, who is a Japanese voice actress who knows Russian and has studied Russian. About her, and from what I can tell, her Russian is about as good as my Japanese. But I like Sumipe a lot. Maybe not one of my oshis, but like definitely one of my favorites to see. And I like Sumipe a lot. I think it's so cool that they casted her for a Russian character when she can speak Russian. Another thing is that when I did my last review, it was right before Anime Expo. And then I went to Anime Expo. And then Sumipe went to Anime Expo. And as you know, I am the one who got the lucky Gachapon vinyl signed Usaka Sumire. So, you know, I've talked about that story a lot about like how we moved away and I lost my chance to high five and take a picture right next to Sumipe. And that's all very sad, very tragic, but it's still one of my good stories of recent knowledge. And yeah, that's why I was so looking forward to this. I mean, already it was something that I was looking forward to. I like Doga Kobo. I've heard good things about the light novel. You guys know I read light novels and stuff. But this was the main reason, and I was not disappointed. Sumipe is a great voice actress. Dude, this made a lot of sense. Having her do the ending songs covers. This is very cool. So yeah. If I had to give it a rating, I don't know, like a 6 maybe a 5, somewhere in there, in the range. I'll be generous. I'll do 6 to start with. And then we're also getting a second season, which is very nice. A bit Takagi-san reminiscent. Not the series, but just kind of the overall feel. Don't know how to explain it, but yeah. And then one more thing on... damn. One more thing on Alia-san. This week's karaoke will probably be Alia-san themed karaoke. So, I'm probably going to choose 8 of these songs and sing them. It'll probably be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll figure out which one the last one is. But, oh, maybe Koi no Ta. I'm not sure. But, yeah. Of these 12 songs that were covered by Sumipe, I will probably choose 8 of them. And, that'll be my karaoke. So definitely, my guess is definitely Gakuen Tengoku, definitely Kawaii Gomen, definitely Haru Yukai, definitely Chisana Koi no Uta, definitely World is, maybe not, well, probably World is Mine, and definitely Kimigure Romantic. But that's not important, that's spoiler. But yeah, I don't know how to refresh the page, but completed. 6. Decent, very good. Next, Kaminoto. I did not watch Kaminoto because there's a weird phenomenon about anime that take a long time between seasons 1 and 2. So it's been... Okay, Kaminoto came out in spring 2020, and it is currently summer 2024. So it's been 4 years since the first season of Tower of God. What does that mean? It means that it was not exceptional to begin with, and then I can't remember the plot of what happened in season 1. So now I'm in a bit of a predicament. I don't really think it was good enough for me to re-watch all of season 1, but I can't jump into season 2 without rewatching season 1. So that's the predicament I'm in. Maybe I'll just, I don't know, read a summary or something. Who knows? But until then, I can't watch it. Also, I don't think it's over yet. I think it has one more episode. Oh, no, it's ended 3 days ago. Okay. But yeah. So, can't really watch this until I finish, or until I remember what happens in season 1. But if I do, maybe I'll watch it. Next, Shikanoko. Shikanoko noko noko koshi tan tan. Shikanoko noko noko koshi tan tan. Shikanoko noko noko arawara pyoko pyoko. Mitame wa tsuno tsuno? Not sure. But Shikanoko noko noko koshi tan tan. I watched it. It's I think I enjoy the not anime parts of it more than the actual anime itself. So what do I mean by that? It's kind of a bad anime. It's parody, gag humor, comedy. It's not a good anime. What it does good is that maybe this is just me being like a little too deep into the hobby, but I really like Oshio Mama's designs, and I like that it became a meme, but that also kills its anime appeal. So as a meme, it's decent. As an anime, it's a bit lacking, and that's why I gave it a 4. Plus, I don't do good with over-the-top comedy. It just, to me, is like, I get tired of it really quickly, and I didn't think that Shikanoko really broke the mold. But it's not bad. And, you know, I don't know. Shikanoko noko noko koshi tan tan. It's probably something fun to cosplay, fun to dance to. Again, it's a great meme. It's not an excellent anime, so I have to give it a 4. Alright, moving on. This next anime that I actually didn't have on my list, but ended up really liking. I'm gonna give it a 6, actually. This is Tsuyu Tsurugi no Wistoria. Wistoria Wand and Sword. This is one that really came out of nowhere to surprise me. First thing that jumps off the page is the true ending theme song. Penguin Research I also enjoy, but this was an excellent ending theme song by True. The character's super well developed. We still don't know Rusty's voice actor slash actress. A lot of speculation that it's Alfaria, but as of right now, not sure. What we do know is that every episode was a banger, and just everything to me was really well developed. I really enjoyed this anime. Waifu's really cute. I liked all of them, whether it's Colette winning. I mean, I'm generally team whoever started first, so I'm team Alfaria, but I like Rusty. I like, depending on who Rusty ends up being. I don't actually generally, I'm not personally a Fujoshi, so I'm not gonna say that, but like, depending on who Rusty ends up being, I like Lihana, I like Colette, I like Alfaria, so I don't mind any of these people winning. Overall, just really good characters, very good story. It's like, it has elements of Mashle played straight, and I don't mind Mashle, but to me it's a little lacking because it is a comedy. This one's played more straight. This one's more serious about its premise, and I enjoyed it. So really looking forward. I believe we get a season 2, so really looking forward to that. I think it's announced. Yeah, second season. It'll come out whenever it comes out. Yeah. So next, Maki Hiroin ga Osugiru. This one is a lot of people's anime of the season. I thought it did a lot of things right. I also thought that maybe it wasn't the right anime to really have a chance at anime of the season, so to speak. And what I mean by that is it's really what I mean by that is it's really oh crap. Yaba. Gomen. What I mean by that is... Okay, I can hear myself, okay. I thought that maybe I wasn't on. Anyway, what I mean by this anime maybe not being a true contender for anime this season is just like a little too silly. To me, development... I mean, I like it. This is the type of anime I really enjoy. Yes, this is anime review from last season and preview of next season. Kayla-san, konbanwa. Make Hiroin ga Osugiru. Makein. Really good. I'm gonna give it a 5. I thought that, because I'm Team Yanami, I like Lemon a lot. I'm not so high on Chika, Komari. I like Anna. I like Enemy. I like Yakshio. But I don't know, it just doesn't feel as authentic, I guess. Just I'm waiting for a little more development. Definitely good though. You know, a 5 is a good rating on my book. And also like, you know, I'm not gonna forget it, and if a new season comes out, I'll be hyped for it. But I just don't think that it's anime of the season material over, you know. Not to say that any of these would be anime of the season in last season or the season before, because last season we had Hibiki season before that we had Free Rent and Apothecary Diaries. We also had last season 夜のクラゲは泳げない But decent. I'll be a little disappointed if this runs for anime of the year, but you know, as an anime, it's a fine anime, so yeah. Tsugi. We're gonna get into a couple that... Ooh, I'm glad that these don't have terrible ratings. Isekai Shikaku. This is Osamu Dazai in Another World, I'll call it. Why am I gonna give Osamu Dazai in Another World a 4? For context, Osamu Dazai is a author, a novelist from Japan, like 1910s-ish. And he's very well known for books such as No Longer Human and Rise of the Setting Sun? No. Not Land of the Rising Sun. It's something of the Rising Sun or something like that. But very famous author, Osamu Dazai. What is he known for? Almost killing or trying to kill himself 10 times. He tried to commit suicide 10 times, of which 6 of them were double suicides. I like Dazai a lot. So why am I giving it just a 4, or maybe it should even be a 3? I thought it was pretty inauthentic as like a Dazai type show, in that it felt very much... Okay, so I have kind of an embarrassing story. When I was in high school, I took a Japanese I took Japanese a lot, but there was one project that was like a Japanese speech contest, and when I did it, I didn't have bad speaking skills. It was that I was a bad speechwriter. So in my speech, I just quoted Osamu Dazai. This is, mind you, this is when I was in high school. This show does that a lot. So rather than really quoting the book to like make a point, it really feels like it'll just say shikaku or use an antiquated phrase just to like get a laugh rather than an authentic character building moment, like, you know, setting type. And to me that just feels a little weak. But overall it was decent. Yeah, I took a lot of, I took Japanese classes, high school, college. I didn't really learn that much. In Japanese class in high school, my teacher said that I was so advanced, but I wasn't. I was kind of a bratty student, so I would give all the answers to my friends, and the teacher got pissed off because I knew all the answers. I was like kind of hindering the learning of the class, so the teacher allowed me to play karuta in the corner. But yeah, it was a little different in college. Once I got to college, I was no longer I wasn't better than my peers at that point. So anyway, that's not important. What I mean is this anime is just like, it's more isekai than Osamu Dazai. It really doesn't have that much to do with Dazai other than that he wants to commit suicide, which is, I understand his thing, but like a little overplayed. So as an isekai, it's fine. As a Osamu Dazai take on it, it's a little weak. If you want to know something cool though, Hiroshi Kamiya is he plays a different past writer in Japanese history named Rampo. And in the anime Bungo Stray Dogs, Osamu Dazai is a character I believe played by Miyano Mamoru. So he's played multiple writers and he's played in multiple shows as Osamu Dazai, but not Osamu Dazai in both shows. So anyway, fine, not great, but an acceptable isekai. 次、義妹生活。What did I think about 義妹生活? I read a small bit of the manga. It's a bit strange, but I really enjoyed the two's interaction. It's very light novel-y. This show is very light novel-y. What do I mean by that? The way that people think in the story is very narrative building. So, how do I want to put this? I feel like light novel authors generally have a specific mindset when they write. And their characters are very, I want to say like one-track mind sophisticated. They are very smart, like very, not intellectual, very, they're very intelligent characters, but they don't really have a lot of emotional experience. So they make some decisions that make you really scratch your head, but the way they think is just extremely mature, because ultimately it's an older person writing a younger person. But they make super mature decisions, but emotionally they don't really understand themselves. It's very light novel-y. And as you guys know, I read a lot of light novels, so I enjoyed Gimai Seikatsu. But I don't know, they still gotta figure out a lot of stuff because it's not over. The anime is over, but the material, the source material is not. So I'm not sure how they're gonna finish it, but I don't know. I really liked the ending for this, I think. Which is funny because I like Fauna a lot. And then the OP is decent, but really, this is a light novel, yeah. It says it right here, adaptation light novel. Very well received light novel, but I haven't read it. Maybe I will, who knows? Anyway, Fauna, I like Fauna a lot, but if I remember correctly, I really like the ending more than the OP. But it's not a big deal. So this is, yeah. What I do think is cool is Nakashima Yuki, I believe, is the, Lisa voice actress, which is the guitarist, bassist, or something for Bandori Roselia. She's more, to me, she's more of a idol slash Bandori character, but this is like one of her first main non-Bandori roles, so that's cool, and Project Sekai roles, so that's cool. But yeah, mid. Tsugi, I did not watch Isekai Suicide Squad. It doesn't particularly look good either, so I don't feel bad about not watching it. What, did Callie do the OP? It's like Go Get Her or something? Yeah, Go Getters. I'm gonna skip right past it because I don't want to bag, but also I don't really like Callie that much, so and in the first place, this is not something that would interest me, so anyway, moving right past it. ハズレ枠の状態異常スキルで最強になった俺が全てを something. I did watch it. It is maybe a I'll give it a 3 for now. This is a very generic light novel adaptation isekai type. There's a couple things that make this 3. The most importantly is that it's generic isekai, but it's the 3D animation isn't great. It's okay. I wasn't offended by it, but it's not gonna get points for being amazingly animated. And I've talked about this before. I really hate benevolent characters. This character, the main character, Mimori Toka, his thing is that he's like, he's gonna get revenge on the goddess who, you know, exiles him. But and it's like, wow, he's so cutthroat. He's willing to do whatever it takes to, you know, get his revenge. But he's so benevolent. He'll like save people that don't need to be saved, that like did him wrong. Or like, I don't know. I think it's because I'm not a good person that I say this, but really when I see a benevolent character, I feel like they're wasting either their time or their resources when they could be getting more. So ultimately, he bothers me from that aspect because I'm like, dude, just, you know, you don't need to like save everyone when you yourself have a goal in mind. Piss me off. Otherwise, super generic. So like 3. It's just a generic isekai. It's a 3. That's how it is. Next, Kichi Haram. I haven't watched it all. I watched the first episode. I also read the first couple chapters of the manga. It's hard to watch. It's not bad, to be clear. These type of anime really are hard to watch to me because you have basically it's 23 minutes per 12 episodes. That is a lot of repeated comedy. It's a lot of cringe, it's a lot of misunderstandings, and it's a lot of like going in circles, and I just kind of want them to get to the point. An interesting thing. I used to think that I really liked slice of life because I liked K-On! And I liked general school life anime. But as it turns out, I really don't like slice of life because K-On! Is not slice of life. I think that's what people need to realize. At least not from what it evolved into. Maybe it used to be slice of life. Slice of life nowadays is very much so, literally nothing happens. And that's okay. I just realized that's not really my thing. When I thought I liked slice of life stuff, it was like K-On! From my interpretation, K-On! Is not slice of life because point A is they start high school and point B is they're performing, you know, they're performing light music in their gym, in their school's gym. Things happen from point A to point B. Slice of life is like they go to a club every day and then they talk about like who knows what. Lucky Star really is like that. But the difference with Lucky Star is that Lucky Star developed Konata at the end. So yeah. Anyway, I got bored. Maybe at some point I'll watch it while playing like card games or something. But as of right now, I haven't watched enough that I can really make an assessment of how good it is. Like how Oshinoko, there's one more episode left, but I think I've watched enough of it to assess like, okay, I know where I'm at with this. But this maybe, you know, well, when I'm bored, but right now I don't feel the need to watch it, so I didn't watch it. I've never watched Fairy Tail. I don't plan to watch Fairy Tail. So I'm gonna skip past it, but I will say, like, before I watch Fairy Tail, I'm gonna watch One Piece, and I have no intention to watch One Piece right now, so long ways away. Currently, to this point, the only anime that I think I've watched with more than 100 episodes total is Gintama, which is really good, but it's like 400 episodes, but that was it. So I don't plan on watching big stuff like Fairy Tail. So, yeah. Skip. 俺は全てをパリする。逆勘違いの世界最強は、something. This is iPari everything. The reason I haven't watched iPari anything is this button right here. That's high dive. Oop. Don't need to see it. But high dive, meaning it's paywalled. Like I said, I don't have a moral hang up with pirating. I've watched all of the Oshinoko episodes through pirating it. So morally, I'm okay with it, but it just is way less convenient because I have to like break out a computer with a VPN on it or like an ad blocker on it, and then it's a lot of ads and stuff still through the ad blocker. So it just has to be something I know that is worth watching, like Oshinoko or Jellyfish Don't Swim at Night. But I don't have that confirmation from this, so it's just harder to watch it. I will at some point watch it. It is definitely the kind of thing that I can see myself watching, just if I'm bored. But kind of a lot of work to pirate it for something that's only okay at best. So who knows when that'll happen, but I haven't watched enough of it yet to make an assessment. Tsuki. 逃げ上手の若君. The elusive samurai that runs away. I've never watched this. I don't know what it is, to be honest, but it has a good rating. Udish. Oh, wait. One sec. Back to Maka Heroine. I didn't realize that Nekai Taki's lead vocalist did the but now that I think about it, yeah, it's obviously her. Anyway, I've never watched this, but apparently it has good ratings. Cloverworks is decent. Not really my kind of thing, but maybe it's yours. I don't know. It's like an adventure comedy, something historical. I'm gonna move on to just the things that I've watched. We have 3 out of the next 5. 2 out of the next 2. So this one, I didn't think this was gonna be like one of the better ones this season, but it was totally fine. This is the Osan newbie adventure, trained to death by the most powerful party. Becomes invincible. 新米おっさん冒険者最強パーティーに死ぬほど鍛えられて無敵になる. This is a guy, it's kind of a silly comedy where like guy becomes really strong, but he has a lot of complexes, so he thinks he's weak, and then he goes on to, I don't know, do some stuff. I think it's really cool. I like these type of, to me it's like you take a generic isekai situation. He's not even an isekai, it's just like a fantasy situation, and you just do the things right. Good characters, cute heroine. Onishi Saori does a good job with Rinette. I have nothing to complain about, so I'm not going to complain about it. It's totally fine. I don't think it's the kind of anime that will really garner anything above average for me, but it does average really well. So if you're into like fantasies and stuff, definitely a good one. Tsugi. The strongest magician in Demon Lord's army was a human. This one is super generic. It's like you take the last one that I said was a generic fantasy, and I said that the other one did everything right. Characters were cute, developed, all that other stuff. I mean, it exists. It's fine. This does not do any of the things that the other one does well, particularly great. It's okay. But you know what you're getting. There's a known quantity. It's like you're getting a generic fantasy where one main character, Koro Sensei, Fukuyama, I don't know, just beats a lot of people because he's OP, and that's fine, but not particularly interesting. He's just OP, that's it. Anyway, gave it a 3 because it's not that interesting, but it's watchable. Tsugi! This is an ecchi high dive thing that I think I read the first 20 chapters of the manga. Oh wow, the main character is voiced by Akane. That's interesting. I plan to watch it. Apparently we still have more episodes. I guess it goes into next season, so I have more time to watch it. But high dive, like I said, haven't gotten around to pirating anything other than Oshinoko, so can't really comment on this. Hopefully I will watch it by next season, but you'll see that I didn't do a good job of that in general. Anyway, this one I also plan to watch, but then I remembered when I read the manga, it also wasn't that good. So why do I have to watch it twice? Why do I have to like consume this thing twice? I didn't really like the first one. Is this Chinese? Anyway, yeah, I didn't really like the manga when I read it. It looks really generic. I feel no compelling need to watch this, so I probably won't until I'm really bored. But let's get to one that I actually liked a lot. Shoshimi. This is gonna get a 6. It was really close to getting like a 7 or an 8 for me, but I do think that it played itself out of that category. The opening by Eve is really, really good. You might know Eve for Kikai Kitan if you're big into Jujutsu Kaisen. This person mentions Hyoka. I'm really big into Hyoka. You should know that my favorite character to this point, well, one of my favorite characters at this point is Chitanda Eru. It's kind of reminiscent. I like the mystery aspect. I like when you take normal, ordinary life and you add that spice to it. So it's not like boring, but a lot of intrigue there. Toward the end, it kind of played itself out of the 7 rating for me. But it's still an above average anime, I think. What I think really played it out of contention there is they spent a lot of time on one case instead of splitting it up, and they ended on a cliffhanger that I didn't think was very appropriate. So ultimately, we'll see. And because generally I rank all seasons together, if the second season, which has been announced already, ends up tying up all the loose ends and being really good, then it'll probably become a 7 or 8 and then also bump this one up. But for now, I have it as a 6. Tsugi. Damn it. Remember what I talked about with Tower of God? When I said that season 1 happened a while ago, and now I'm in a pickle where I remember season 1 really wasn't worth watching again, but I don't remember enough of it to watch season 2. That is this anime. First season came out like last year. Oh, first season came out a long time ago. Around the same time as Tower of God. This was not really worth watching. I did watch it. It's certainly not worth watching again. So now I'm in a pickle. Maybe I'll just watch it just to like, I don't know, say I watched it, complete the cycle, but it really wasn't that good. So I'm inclined to not watch this ever, but I did watch the first season, so nothing says I can't watch the second season. But I haven't watched it, so we're moving on. See, Nier. I haven't played Nier Automata. I've never watched Nier Automata. My brother's played Nier Automata, Ototo-kun ga. But I don't know enough, so we're gonna skip right past it. I just finished this next one. Katsute mahou shoujo to aku wa tektai shiteita. I watched this very recently, and when I started watching it, I was surprised because I didn't expect them to be 12-minute episodes. But they were 12-minute episodes. And so you have 12 minutes, 12 episodes. It's basically half the size of a normal anime. It's not bad. Main character is super cute. Byakuya. It's a bit, I'm sure you can find it, love after world domination like, I'm surprised there's no recommendations for it. The first thing I'd recommend if you like this one is Love After World Domination, because the premises are almost the exact same. Basically, you have a magical girl and like a villain and they fight, and then he falls in love with her. But things that I didn't like about this show were, I think Hibana, this character, she was made to be a meme, and I don't like gag characters. I just feel like they're a bit too... I don't think they stand on their own as characters, because they're really just going for the gag. But her gag is just saying the F word, like literally the English F word. Her gag is literally saying the F word in English, and it gets censored, but that's literally what this is. And I just thought it was a really unfunny joke, so yeah. But the show's fine. It's cute. It's not long, so that could be a plus for you. I thought it was a little weird, but it could be a plus from you. But yeah. Anyway, see, I really should have watched the next two actually, but I haven't watched either, and I'll explain why. Both of them are on Crunchyroll. Both of them, I did not watch the first episode when it first came out, and I got behind. Both of them, I thought, I don't know what the right mood to watch this in is, because both of them are not... I don't think either of these are shows that you can just... I don't think either of these are just shows you can just watch in the background. So I think a show you can watch in the background is like this one, which I'll get into later, or like generic comedies, Shikanoko for example. Basically anything that's doesn't force you to like really focus on it, you can generally jump right into. But I was like, I gotta wait for the right moment to fully absorb this, and that moment hasn't come yet, so hopefully by next season I'll have watched both of these. They're on my list, but I haven't watched them, so we're going next. Isekai Yururi Kiko Kosodatte Shinagara Bokensha Shimasu. This is raising two kids in another world. Kayano Takumi dies and, you know, has a generic isekai life raising two kids. It is generic, it's fine, it's better than the other one, so we're gonna give it a 4. Probably should be a 3, but it's fine. Like, it's very similar to the VR MMO one from a couple seasons ago that aired alongside Shangri-La Frontier. It's almost a bit Shangri-La Frontier-like, but maybe a little less serious, and not as good, but it's very low-stakes fantasy isekai, very generic. You're not missing anything by missing it, but yeah. Megami no Cafe Terrace. I should have watched season 1, I should have watched season 2, I have not watched either. Both are very good. I've read the manga up to 100, chapter 100 or whatever. Expect me to have watched it fairly soon. It's I hold it very close to Gotobun no Hanayome and Bokuben, both of which I don't think are like as good as people give it, or I think people overrate those two and maybe underrate Cafe Terrace, but to me I have them in the same group. So if you like those things, then I would watch Megami no Cafe Terrace. I haven't watched the anime itself, but I've read the manga. It's good. I enjoy it. I don't know if the manga or the anime will change things, but I really like the manga. And if I recall correctly, the character I liked from the manga the most is Akane. Akane and Shirakiku. She's kind of bokeh. She's cute. She ends up being a little Nino-like, where I don't like her at first, but she does a lot of things that I like. And then you have a character that... I mean, this is very Gotobun-like. You have a character that you think is going to be the main character, very important, and kind of slips into the background. You have a character that, you know, kind of just dits. And then you have a character that's maybe a little too devoted to the main character. And then you have really cute Gatmoe, and you have, yeah, Nino. Come to like her over time character. But anyway, would recommend. Tsugi, this one. I have to give this a 3. It's bad. It goes back to me disliking characters that are too stupidly selfless. Hanazawa Kana does a good job voicing it. It's a bad fantasy. The fighting doesn't really make sense. The stakes are often very low. It's not good. Probably one of my least favorite parts about it is kind of a spoiler, so divert your ears, cover your ears for a bit if you don't like spoilers. But there's a character that gets sick, and his thing is about summoning helpers. So my thinking is, why did he have to give the sick person the helper when he could have just summoned the helper himself and have the helper heal the sick person? Didn't make sense to me. The guy does all the work and then gives it to the girls, which is fine because simp. But he also is dense and doesn't realize how into him the girls are. I really think that he needs to be less dense and it needs to become a harem ASAP. This is definitely the type of novel or anime where if it's not a harem, it completely falls on its face because the character's just being too stupid. And I don't like that. Next. Madogushi Daria wa utsumuku nai. I actually really like this one. I'm gonna give it a 4 because, okay, couple things. One, the shading's really bad. I'm not sure why the shading is so bad, but even this person says the anime is low budget. But the shading, sometimes they literally like say, oh, we got a shade, and they just shade off the whole thing, like a whole part, completely ignorant of light. I'm not a big artist, but even I know like generally what shade isn't supposed to look like, and that's what it looks like in this series. But it's a really cute show. I really like the main character. Where is he? There's one guy that can really go fuck himself, but he's not on this page. But really like the main character. It's disappointing how undeveloped the two main characters' relationship is, though. Definitely feels like they should maybe not, be going at it like bunnies, but like they should be more romantically developed than they are, and they're just not. So, unfortunately, this one was uber promising, and then disappointed me a little bit, but still was overall okay. So I gave it what, like a 4? Yeah, 4. Tsugi. This is the VTuber anime. I don't think it was 7. I don't think that it deserves this rating. It's not bad, but I feel like it's definitely more being carried based on the level of... I feel like definitely it's getting carried based on the fact that it's VTubers. Hello, I'm a VTuber, so I know like VTuber fans really like their VTubers. But I also think that it was too reliant on that. I think a lot of the references were maybe not as well done as people are imagining, just because they like VTubers and they like the idea of the show. They like that it was a VTuber anime that wasn't complete dog. So from that aspect, it did its job. But certain things like their main... Because they want you to know what the characters look like, their on-screen personas and their off-screen personas are the same, which is a little weird. One thing this does really well is their producers got a lot of permissions. So you would see real VTubers in the anime, you would see real games in the anime, you would see like real... Basically, they made these live-on characters live in the real world, which is really cool. But I thought maybe a little bit too much played up when it comes to when it comes to personas. Especially because the main idea of this anime is that she goes viral because she was meant to be like Seiso and then was not. It feels too much like the other characters were playing up their persona, and that felt to me like it kind of defeated the purpose. But I don't know. It was cool seeing like Choco Sensei in the anime, and it was cool like seeing you know, a lot of real life games in the anime, but really it was what I'll call a party trick. You know, it had some cool moments, but it's like more like trivia knowledge than actually like improves the quality of the show knowledge. Anyway, next. 恋は双子で割り切れない. This is not super popular. I understand why it's not super popular, but I enjoyed it a lot. Why did I enjoy it a lot? Because I really love Uchida Maya. I think she does a lot of heavy lifting. Honey Citron and Parallel Perinen Nahato, they're both like really good songs. I thought their banter was really good, but it does go back to what I was talking about when they have like light novel thinking, in that they don't really think too deeply. They feel like they should be very mature, but they make a lot of really emotionally immature decisions. That definitely would bring it down for me, so yeah. I was also like way more anticipatory of this, and it really disappointed me, but I still enjoyed it. Like, I thought this was gonna be like a 6 or a 7, and it ended up being like a 4, but still enjoyable every week, so I guess it did that okay. Tsugi, why did I plan to watch this? I really had no plans to watch this. I'm not a furry. I probably thought it would be more like what's the recent one that came out? Sarina or something? What is it called? Oop. What is it called? Forgot what the anime is called. But it's the one where the King of Beasts comes and marries a human girl. And that one was actually good. I just forgot what it was called. I have no intentions to watch this. Apparently this is a bad furry anime, and hopefully people who enjoy that are enjoying it, but I'm not super into it, so never had any intention to watch it, will not be watching it, etc. Tsugi, never had any intention to watch this. That's not true. At one point I intended to watch it, but I got a little creeped out by it, so I stopped. Why did I say I was gonna watch this? I'm just going through a lot of these that I really should have never started trying to watch in the first place. I really have... Oh, it's PA Works. Okay, that's probably why I thought to watch it. I probably won't end up watching this, but I'll leave it on there for now. I really just want to go into ones that I actually planned to watch and then watched, which is this one. I don't think this anime is good, but I did watch it, so we'll be talking about it a little bit. I'll start by saying the anime opening is very good. I really like No Complete by Liu. I like Liu a lot, so that makes sense. I got the point of it, but it got overplayed and boring after a while, so it'll get tiring after a while. And it kind of goes back to like, motivations are kind of hard to understand. It's kind of hard to understand what motivates the people in this anime. And if you can't really understand what motivates them, then you can't really relate, and it makes it a lot harder to enjoy the series. I did not watch any of these. High Dive, not that good. And maybe I'll watch it. It's a PA Works original drama. Yeah, this was one that I thought I might watch, but We're definitely into meh territory. This one I watched, Tasuketsu, I watched up to episode 6. It's not that good. It's a bit like a survival game, except whenever you start to understand what the survival game is, they introduce a new rule or exception to an already existing rule that's just like, why? And then you keep being unable to understand it. So it's not like, so it made me feel stupid, not because I thought that I should understand it and that I didn't get it, but because truly every time I thought I was trying to understand it, they made some new bullshit excuse why I didn't know what was going on. And I thought that was really lame. And as it would seem a lot of people agree with me, just not that good. Sengoku Yoko. Did I watch any of these? No. Maybe I should have watched this one, but no. Did I watch this? I don't think I did. No. I don't think I watched any of these. I probably talked about this a little bit last time. But this is Tensura. I did watch all of Tensura. It was fine. We know what we're getting from Tensura. I think it's really silly that people thought that season 1 was like the best. Like people legitimately thought that season 1 was so good. Season 2 was like great. And then that this season disappointed because there's too much diplomacy and talking. But legitimately, we know what we're getting from Isekai. Like, it is a generic comedy fantasy isekai. Whether it's doing diplomacy or doing fighting really shouldn't matter because it's all the same. And you have Rimuru being randomly too benevolent, in my opinion. Back to that. So I really don't know why people think that this is worse than the other ones. To me, it's the same slime sekai stuff. If you watched episode 1, it's the same stuff in episode 50, 70 or whatever. Again, if anything, you're just watching it for action, then maybe, but like, I also think that was a mistake from the beginning to do, so I'm just not going to dignify it. Next. The next thing I actually watched, because I'm so far behind on Hero Aka that it's not even funny, I tried to watch this. So I remember like 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, 8 years ago, when I was in high school, Rising of the Shield Hero came out. And people were all up about Raphtalia, and the other one people were all gassed up about was Hollow and Spice and Wolf. I remember Animemes, r/Animemes, Reddit, really loved Hollow and really loved Raphtalia. So when I saw Spice and Wolf, I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch this new season. I watched 2 episodes. I cannot begin to explain to you how boring this is. Maybe it'll get better, but I cannot begin to explain to you how boring it is. Also, the romance is weird. Maybe I'm just not furry enough, but I think the main characters, I think that the dude is a weirdo, and it gives me the ick, frankly. So sorry if it's something you enjoy. I don't mean to yuck your yum, but I really did not like this anime, the 2 episodes I watched. So I don't plan to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it while playing card games or something, but as of right now, no intention to watch. The other thing that I thought I might watch is Sasayaku yo ni koi o utau. I don't know why this is continuing from last season when it's only 12 episodes, but I still haven't watched it. I might. Haven't really thought about it. Maybe this one. I haven't really thought about it. Yeah, that looks like it's it for last season. Like I said, do I watch any movies? Oh, here, Kimi ni Todoke. I did watch this. This is actually one of the reasons why I watched so few anime this season. Yeah, it's fine. I was smart the last time I watched it. One of the reasons I didn't watch that much new anime this season, I watched what? Let me count. How do you what's the keyboard shortcut to refresh the page? F5 Control R, okay. Oh, there we go. There we go, okay. So let's count. I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so I watched some stuff. 18. Let's say I watched 18 new anime. Well, not new, but 18 anime this season plus Tensura. To me, that was a little down. I feel like there's a lot more I could have watched that I didn't, such as this one or this one or this one. And one of the major reasons why my anime watching was down this season is because of this right here. Right here. I got Netflix officially. I kind of had it through a family member, but it was kind of janky. I was talking to my mom recently, and we decided to just spend our own Netflix account. So now we have our own Netflix account, and I was able to watch stuff like Kimi no Todoke. I watched this one, I watched this anime, for example, which I gave a 4. It's okay. But because I have Netflix now, I don't have to like watch as much bad stuff. So I ended up watching like Japanese dramas, like Fairmat no Ryori, Fairmat's Cuisine. Just a lot of like live action stuff, and that kind of ate into my anime time a little bit. But I watched Kimi no Todoke. I watched. Maybe I'll watch this. That's kind of funny. This being another Netflix one, which is kind of funny. A lot of Monogatari, which I haven't watched in a while. So yeah, that was about it. Was there any movies maybe that came out? I don't think so. Gotta go through all this Chinese anime. OVA, movie. Maybe this one at some point. I can definitely see myself watching this one. I can see myself watching. Oh, this one's short. Bang Dream movie? I don't know. Anything else that I might watch? Probably not. Yeah, that's about it. That was it for this season. I tallied it up when I watched like 18 new anime and then 2 continuing from last season. So my anime watching was down. I could have definitely watched more, but it's still not bad, considering everything. But I also mentioned some of the things I plan to watch. You know, I will probably watch this. I will probably watch this. I probably won't watch this. You know the deal. It's kind of, it's still up to me whether I watch it or not. But this is just to preview what I think I'll watch or whatnot. So, yeah, not bad. Not perfect conversion rate, but not bad either. What is this? Dungeon. Oh, Dungeon People. Okay. I was wondering why I didn't watch this. Hi, Dive. So anyway, again, not the most comprehensive, but 20 anime from last season was exciting to go through. Not as exciting as the previous season. You know, Oshinoko and Alia, and I guess some of these aren't bad, but they definitely don't stack up to last year, or not last year, last season. I think last season we had Hibiki Ephonia. Yeah, last season we had Yuru Camp, we had Girls Band Cry, we had Hibiki Ephonia, we had just a lot more volume for sure. Not just volume, but quality. I don't think I gave a 7 at all this season. And no, that's not true. I probably gave Oshinoko a 7. But like, I was much more limited this season. Whereas last season, I gave a 7 here for Mushoku Tensei. I think I gave, if I remember correctly, I gave Yorukura, yeah, an 8. And then Yuru Camp a 7. And then Girls Band Cry a 7. And then Hibiki Euphonium a 10. So, pretty crazy that I had that many like 7 pluses. And now this season I only have 1, I think. Maybe this one can bump up to a 7. But really, pickings were much slimmer this season than last season. Which, oh well. We were really too spoiled because not only did we have all of these from spring 2024, but the season before that, we had the carryover of from the previous season, which was 2 of the best anime back-to-back that I can even recall ever. Having Free-Ren and Apothecary Diaries, not just in the same 2 seasons, but like literally both 24 episodes, both on the same overlapping season, not just like overlapping for 1 season, literally overlapping for the same 2 seasons. I'm not sure we'll ever get a lineup that strong. Maybe 2009. I think there was Clanad and I forget. K-On! Yeah, if you're into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, you had FMAB and K-On! At the same time. If you're into was it 2007? I forget. I'm wasting my time here. Yeah, okay. Clanad was Clanad Normal was 2007. Anyway, point being, I don't remember the last time we had a consistent Apothecary Diaries Free-Ren stack. So I know that we're not beating that, but hopefully we're gonna rebound from this season. This season was, in my opinion, a bit lacking, so hopefully we get some good stuff. I do think we're gonna have some stuff though. So let's just get right into the new anime to be watching. I will definitely be watching ReZero. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I am a big ReZero fan. As it pertains to the really popular anime, it might be my favorite. ReZero was one of the first anime I started watching ever, back in 2016. Rem is best girl, love it. But Emilia is really good too, so I think that's really valuable to have a 1A, 1B waifu. I think that really helps your stock. But I think ReZero is really well done. I've always been a fan of ReZero, so I will definitely be watching ReZero. That's going to headline this new season. Other than that, let's get right into it. Oh, by the way, ReZero previewed at Anime Expo. I watched the first episode a while ago. So yeah. The next thing I'll be watching, I'm not probably going to watch this Uzumaki because I don't do horror. But recently we were talking about horror, so maybe it'll be up your alley if you like horror. I don't know. Never watched it? You can report back to me in 3 months when we do the next one. But I will not be watching it. Blue Lock. I still have yet to watch Blue Lock. I do plan to watch season 1, and if I do, I'll watch season 2. And if I do, then I'll update you next season when we get into the recap. But as of right now, I haven't watched season 1, so I can't watch season 2. Things I will be watching. I did watch season 1 of this. I don't anticipate this to be that good, but I did watch season 1. I remember enough to watch season 2, so we'll be watching season 2. A better one is Arifureta, which was one of maybe the main culprits a while back. when you talk about 3D animation, but Arifureta, I think as a manga reader, I really enjoyed it, and I ended up watching the anime. It's not that bad. Yue is generally like best girl, but I actually I from the start really liked Shirasaki Kaori. I think she got a real raw deal in this anime and manga, this story, because she was always into the main character, and the main character got betrayed and then went on this long journey without her. By the time they met up again, she had already lost, and it's like so unlucky. I hate that when you're into some, because you know I'm generally that Osana Najimi liking character. I just felt for her. Like she was so devoted, always thinking about him. And anyway, so yeah, I think the story was always good. Like when I read it, I think it's better than Tensura. So for whatever that's worth, I think it's gonna be not. It probably won't be better than a 5 or a 6, but I think it's good. It's gonna be good. The next thing, am I gonna watch the 5th season of Danmachi? Am I even caught up to the 4th season? I think this is gonna be on high dive, so I can't really commit to watching it. But I have watched like 3 seasons of Danmachi, so some people might like Danmachi. I'm not a really big fan of Danmachi because I think that it's a little bit cheap. I don't think that it's really authentic story. It pisses me off. The main character pisses me off, Belgrano. I think that Hesty is a very divisive character. I don't like her too much. Anyway, may or may not watch, but I'm not gonna put it on my list right now. What I will be watching is Shangri-La Frontier. I watched the 1st season. It was good. I was talking with a friend about it, and I'm like, I don't think that this is as good as people hyped it up to be, but it was good. So, generic RPG type, but fun. Definitely interested to see what happens with Saigare, because I like, as I said, I like Osana Najimi characters. She fits the bill. We'll be looking forward to seeing how that develops. Another generic, you know, RPG type, just people playing games anime is going to be SAO Gun Gale Online 2. I remember when SAO Gun Gale Online 1 came out, and I didn't expect it to be that different. It's still going to be LAN. It's still going to be, you know, them fighting in a death match. It'll be a tournament arc, and that'll be fine. So yeah, not a lot to say about it because it's going to be generic. What won't be is this one. I wish I can put it watching. Can I select a score already? I predict that it's going to be 8 or 9 already. I watched the first, or I read up to a certain point in the manga. This was one of my favorite manga for a while. I love this manga. And if it's even half as good as it's, you know, being hyped up to be, and as I'm hyping up to be, then it'll be really good. You have a Higedan opening with a Eve ending. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. 25 episodes, supposedly. It's gonna be a long one. This one's not gonna disappoint, I promise you. Don't watch it if you're not into sports, romance, drama, school type anime, because you're just gonna watch it just to hate on it. But if any of those things catch your interest, definitely watch this anime. This is gonna be super good. I'm super hyped for this one. I'm really hyped for spring 2025 when I get to explain to you why I like this anime so much. But we're not there yet, so we'll see. Next, Tensei Kizoku Kantei Skill de Naniagaru second season. I was surprised that the second season's coming out already, because the first season came out like this year. First season came out 2 seasons ago. Literally, like, there was a 1 season gap between now. But I don't mind it. I enjoy it. I think this is actually really good. I might end up... Did I give this a 4 or a 5? I think I'm going to give this... I think I'm going to bump this up to a 5. I think that even though it's generic, it's like a generic isekai type fantasy, I really love the characters, because really this is a show built on its characters. I think it's really good how the main character realizes that he's nothing without his cast and really plays into it. So it's really hard for me to give it anything higher than a 5 because it's so generic, but I do enjoy it. I really enjoy it. The opening and ending might not be as exciting as season 1 had a true opening, but regardless, looking forward to another season of this. Blue Exorcist, haven't read it. Dragon Ball, don't watch either of those. Hitoribochi no Isekai Kodyaku. Lunar Attack on Another World. This is gonna be fine. I've read the manga. It's kind of cool how he gets this harem, and like, it is fun to have. He's basically like, it's basically like Swiss Army knife in another world. He has, instead of getting one OP skill, he gets a bunch of minor skills, and he's like just really, you know, he's a gamer. It's generic. It'll be good, or it'll be fine. It'll probably be a 5 or a 4 depending on how it's executed, which is totally okay. I want to get it out there. A 4 or 5 rating in my book is totally fine. It means it was worth watching. I think a 2 was like, I shouldn't have wasted my time with this. 3 is just like, I was a little disappointed. 4 or 5 is not great, but definitely worth watching. Anything above that is like, I really enjoyed it. So 4 or 5, probably where it's gonna be. Totally okay with that. Next, Kiwa Meido-san. This looks cool. Not sure how I feel about it. Might as well add it to my list though. It looks interesting. It reminds me of one where he marries an assassin. Like, my wife is a cold-blooded something assassin or something. I don't know enough about this, so I can't rate it, but we'll see how it goes at the end of the season. Next one is a generic villainous one, which means add to list. Looks like a... Okay, she says she's gonna be a villainess to go down in history. I think she will just be a villainess, and that's okay. She doesn't need to go out of her pay grade. Ooh, the next one. Really divided on if I'm gonna watch it, but I probably will. This is 結婚するって本当ですか? 365の日の彼の結婚。365 days to wedding. What's interesting about this one? It's a pretty generic romance, office romance, where they have to pretend like they're in a relationship. It's kind of like that fake love type dealio. But what's interesting about this one is that there's an Amazon Prime live action already out that's not truly faithful to the story, but close enough. And we'll see how it differs. It'll be fine. At the worst, I think it'll be a 3 or 4. At the best, it'll be a 5 or 6. There's not a lot of variance there, but it'll be okay. Next, Pretty Boys, not really that interested, but maybe, I don't know. This one, Amagami-san Chi no Musubi. This one is I mean, it's Shrine Girl version of a generic romance comedy. It'll be fine. I think that the characters aren't like that enjoyable. I think the characters feel like trope blobs, but the story's alright, so that's okay. Tsugi, Nakeki no Bore wa intai shitai. This one's cool. Okay. This is a very specific trope, but a trope I really enjoy is main character doesn't realize how either, not necessarily OP, but main character believes he's like garbage level and ends up being like loved and like not betrayed. So there was a trend like 2 or 3 years ago where the isekais were generally, there's a party and the guy gets kicked out of the party because he's useless, and then after getting kicked out he ends up being like OP. And those kind of pissed me off because I was like, damn, none of these parties are loyal at all. Like, can't we just have a party that's loyal to the character for like, you know, being there the whole time? This is the opposite. It's he wants to retire. He feels bad about himself, but the people around him love him. I really like that aversion, like, of expectation. Really looking forward to this one. I've read the manga up to a certain point, but I'll just start watching the anime now. What is this? 来世は他人がいい。Yakuza fiance? I might want. Who's this? Oh, she's Goldcho. That's interesting. I might watch it. I'm not really into Yakuza stuff though. I'm gonna leave it off for now, but don't be surprised if it makes it onto my list at the end by next season. Next, I actually started watching this, so I'm gonna add it already. So I'm gonna add it. 最強の新縁色は術である。俺は世界最強クラウンを従える。So, he's like a talker, and then he like has a very convincing voice, I guess. It kind of pissed. So here's the thing. We haven't met this character or this character yet. We've met him, and we've met him. The fact that they're supporting characters and these are main characters means that these people betray him. That's just how it is. They are going to betray him, and then he is going to, I guess, get right with them, and we'll see how it goes from there. Kind of pisses me off that they used Ere-chan in such a hateable role, because I really like Hondo Kaede. I saw her once in person. She's Zombieland Saga. She's also Hinamatsuri, Maple. I like Ere-chan a lot, so I'm kind of upset they used her in such a hateable role, but anyway, I am watching this. We'll see how it goes. Tsugi! Ooh, I definitely need to rewatch this. Natsume Jincho came out a long time ago. It was really good. They didn't have a season for like 7 or 8 years. Last time I watched it, I watched all 6 seasons in like 2019 or 2018. That was 6 years ago already. Which means that I'm gonna have to rewatch all of it. That's 6 seasons of anime that I'm gonna have to watch basically to catch up. Which will be fine because I know it's good. But that's a lot of anime to watch to catch up. But I'm gonna have to do it because new season of Natsume Yujincho is worth it. So, haven't watched this new season, but recommend the series. It is one of the elite series in anime, to be honest. I didn't watch the movie. Roku. What did Roku get? Got 8.61C. This is a very respectable series. Like one of the most highly respected series I can think of. You should watch this anime. I am going to be doing my best to catch up, and then I will watch it on a weekly basis. Tsugi, another Akuyaku Reijo one. Well, I mean, I'll be watching it, but it looks generic. So, okay, so she gets redos, and she becomes yeah, this is just a villainous anime. Okay, it's generic. I may or may not actually end up watching it. I'll probably watch it just because it's generic villainous anime, but I'm not gonna love it that much. I'm gonna stay away from this one, kind of sus. And then, wow, they're immediately jumping in the next season of Kami no To. I'm really surprised. I thought they were at least gonna wait 1 season. Maybe I will have to watch Tower of God, I don't know. Mouse-sama Retry, Rurouni Kenshin. Here. So I talked earlier with this one about how there's a trend of guy in a party becomes useless, he's expelled, and then he's super strong. This is what I'm talking about. Hiro was banished from his party, and then it turns out he was actually super strong. It's gonna be generic. I'm gonna watch it anyway. That's just how it is. Madhouse, probably won't watch this. Hanako-kun. Okay, I might watch this, but I don't see myself. I remember watching all of the 7 Deadly Sins on Netflix and then saying, "Ah, it's over." Okay. And then they started punching out stuff out as kid. And I was like, eh. I stopped being interested in it. So probably won't end up watching this, but maybe I will. Anything else? Nakure? Oh, this one looks interesting. He went to a mixer. Oh no, this is a whatchamacallit. This is yaoi. This is boys love. Is this... Here, I gotta look into this. Is this boys love or is it... Wait, is this boys love or is it I don't know. I might see how it goes and then watch it. If it's boys love, I'm not really interested in it. But if it's just a generic like romance, then I could deal with it. Because the first thing I see is that you have Naso and Asobidome. These are YouTube music stars, and I'm a big fan of both of them. Naso also did the anime opening for Honey Jet Coaster from Shikimori-san ga Kawaii dake janai, or Kawaii dake janai Shikimori-san. So that's interesting, but I'm not into boys love, so if it ends up being that, then I can't deal with it. Anyway, I'm surprisingly not caught up with Love Live, so I can't watch that. Don't know that. No, probably not. No. I haven't watched Prince of Tennis, but that could be interesting. Is that it? Looks like that's it. You got some continuing series, which you would have already talked about for sure. Do you have any movies? Haven't watched Beastars. Maybe I'll watch that. Don't be surprised if that ends up on my list somewhere. Then you have Level Up movie, Attack on Titan movie, Boys Love movie, sports movie. All right, that looks like it. So let's count how many we plan to watch. We plan to watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16? Is that right? That's less than I thought, actually. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe 15, but 15, 16. Wow, less than I thought. I only have 16 that I know I'm gonna watch. At least a little bit. But hopefully it'll be higher quality. I know like ReZero is definitely on that high-end rating scale-wise. Definitely can see Shangri. I think Shangri-La's probably gonna end up at around 6. This is the big one. This is the big one that I think can easily get into 8 and 9. If this 10 is a real challenge, doable but a real challenge. But this can definitely make it into my 8 and 9 territory. This is the one to watch for sure. I mean, obviously, Natsume Juncho is just like running off its name. I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna love it. But it's also a bit of a chore to watch 6 seasons just to catch up. But if I'm talking just in isolation, this is the one to watch for sure. Hello. I'm talking about anime that's coming out this next season. Kind of at the end, because I've kind of previewed all of the stuff I plan to watch. But it's been a while. I haven't seen you in a bit. I know you've been at school, so hopefully everything's been going well. But there you go. Just around the end because, you know, I mean, 16 anime I plan to watch this season. I think I watched 18 last season. So I was talking about that. Very interesting. You know, I heard at Anime Expo that the anime bubble is beginning to burst. So at some point, the studios are gonna run out and they're gonna stop producing low quality and just like have less high quality stuff. But until then, we're just gonna keep doing a bunch. So yeah. I had water. Oh, I said typo. Oh, that sucks. Today's what, Wednesday? Ah, so it's due in 2 days. Good luck. I guess another reason that I haven't been seeing you on very much is my own fault. Estella-san too. Really, Kayla-san is the only one that I've seen pretty consistently over the last month or two. But, or probably month. I'm just bad with time. But a lot of it's my own fault too, because I haven't been streaming as much. A lot of excuses came up, and it's like, if I'm not feeling good to stream, I just won't stream. For me, really, the only time I force myself to stream, and I don't really force myself ever, but the times when I force myself to stream is when I already set up the stream beforehand. But if I didn't, then I'll say, well, living real life is more important than streaming. So I just don't stream. So last month, I had a lot of stuff going on, which theoretically I could have streamed in the middle. I could have definitely found parts to, like, times to stream, but a lot of the time I wasn't feeling it, and then a lot of other times I was busy, so I ended up not streaming. So that's also my fault too. But hopefully I'll be streaming more this month. I mean, I streamed Mahjong 2 days ago, I streamed Wuthering Waves yesterday, and I streamed this today because there's just a lot of stuff that I needed to take care of. Like Wuthering Waves had an update, so I needed to do that. Mahjong is always Monday, so I had to do that. This new season starting, and I didn't want to get behind, so I had to do that. And then maybe League of Legends is currently in its world championship, like world tournament. I was thinking maybe about streaming that. I really wanted to, but I'm already behind because play-ins already started last week. So I really should have started then, but oh well. The other option is to stream it on Twitch. Not sure though, because I'd have to like go to sleep like right now and then wake up at 4 a.m. to watch it starting at 5 a.m. So I don't know. It's gonna be tough, but we'll see. Plus there's all this new anime to watch, so maybe I'll catch up on that too. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff to do, which is good and bad. Or not have to do. I have a lot of stuff I can do, which is good and bad. Just also me making the wrong decision about how to spend my time, but that's a different issue. League of Legends Championships, like the Swiss stage starts in about 10 hours. But there was also the play-in stage, like the qualifier round, which started like a week ago, which put me behind. Anyway. I think I got through most of the anime though. But it's been a while, so I was gonna chat with you a bit, but you came kinda at the end here. Maybe I'll see what this is all about. First. Oh, I remember this actually. Anyway. Yeah, not sure, but we'll see. Let's see here. Oh. I always do this. When I get like hot or tired at the end of streams, I start like A, not knowing what to say, and B, just like stumbling in real life and on my words. Very awkward. Wish I didn't do that. See what notifications do they give me? Oh, there's a movie. Is this a new movie or is it going to be like... Ah. Oh, okay. So it's a recap, and then also they're going to be showing events of the two after the series. That's cool. Okay. What else? Don't need to know that. Free run second season. Yes. Well, it's going to be added whenever it's like actually soon, but that I know it's coming is a good sign. Just gonna go through random while I chat a little bit. Movie 2, that's interesting, I guess. Oh, 4th season, that's interesting, I guess. Oh man, I said this is so boring and then the second thing came up. Alright, well, various. Anyway. I don't mean to dawdle. It's cool to talk to you, because it's been a while, but I'm kind of hot, to be honest. My room's like kind of stuffy, and we're still toward the end of here in October. Yeah. So, I think I'll take my leave. Sorry. Especially when you don't come on that much anymore, but I don't want to just, you know, now that I finished talking about anime coming up and that in the past, just feels finished, I guess. But it's been good it's good seeing you again. Hopefully see you sooner rather than later, but more than anything, good luck on your paper. And whenever you stop by, it'll be cool. But on that note, with, you know, I don't know what else there would be to talk about. I finished all the summer and fall anime. If I go into winter, then I won't have anything to talk about. If I go into winter, I won't have anything to talk about next season. So I'll save that for later. Oh, it's just an assignment. Well, that's good, I guess. It's still October, so you're still like a month away from finals? 2 months away from finals? 2 months. Well, regardless, good luck on that. Hopefully everything goes well. Just an assignment, so hopefully it won't take too long. But yeah, my next stream will probably be one of two things. It'll either be tonight / tomorrow morning, so I can watch League of Legends, or it'll be Saturday karaoke. It depends on if I A, wake up on time, and B, feel like streaming. Well, I didn't have tests in college because I had a bunch of papers, but tests are hard, so I don't do those. Anyway, yeah, so that makes sense. If you started around late August, it's been about a month and a couple weeks, and you have about a month and a couple weeks left, so yeah, that makes sense. But yeah. Anyway, next stream probably, if not tomorrow morning, for League of Legends, it'll be Saturday for karaoke. Assuming nothing comes up, which it shouldn't. I don't have anything planned, but anything can happen, so yeah. On that note, as always, preparing stuff, but don't expect it too soon because I have no deadline, so it'll come whenever it comes. But yeah. Start of September. I'm always so surprised when colleges start so late because I always had August because I was on a semester system. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm getting tired. Crap! I didn't expect to actually yawn. I thought I was actually just getting tired, but damn. Anyway, good to talk to you though. Whenever I see you next, it'll be interesting to catch up then. But on that note, I am ready for the next season. We'll see how it goes. Maybe 4 period. Yeah, I figured. I had a lot of friends on quarter system, so yeah. Maybe I'm not fully prepared for the season. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff to catch up on. But hopefully I'm more prepared now. Have an idea of what I'm watching, so I'll catch up with all good. To me, it's mostly when I'm streaming, it feels good to chat because it's chat, but yeah. I don't feel the need to like go out of my way, but it's fun when you know, you hop on and talk. But yeah. So anyway, when it comes to anime, we'll catch up in 3 months-ish. 2 months? Yeah, 3 months for the start of winter 2025. But for now, let's hope that we have a good fall 2024, ReZero, and all that other stuff. Really looking forward to it. But yeah. It's been good streaming the last 3 days. Hopefully I can keep it up tomorrow, but we'll see. Not sure. Anyway. というわけで、配信終わりたいと思います。まあ、急ですが、すみませんでした。アニメの雑談を、終わったので、ここでやめたいと思います。もう、全シーズンで、話してますし、次のシーズンも、ちょっと、プレビューしてますので、ぜひぜひ、次のシーズンをお楽しみにしてください。本当に次はリゼロがあるし、シャングリラもあるし、一番期待してるのが箱があるし、そして、戻ってきましたの夏見人賞もあるので、めっちゃ楽しみにしてますので、ぜひぜひ一緒にアニメを見させて3ヶ月ぐらい終わりましょう。それかまあ他の配信でも見に来たら嬉しいかなと思うので、ぜひぜひ他の配信を見に来てください。というわけで配信終わりたいと思います。本当に見てくれてありがとうございました。On that note, I'm in the stream. Thank you for watching. Looking forward to 3 months when I see you again for the next anime review, and hopefully we have a good season next stream, either tomorrow or Saturday. But